What's up, guys, and welcome back to Gladiators Tennis, and to today's quick review of the Head Gravity MP Auxetic. My current racket of choice is the Head Gravity Pro Auxetic, so I could give a pretty objective and good opinion on the MP version, I guess. Check out the specs. And yeah, Glads, if you've already decided that you want to get this frame, like always, the link to get it is going to be down in the description below, together with our exclusive discount code that's going to save you some cash, and that really helps the channel. Back to the review. Yeah, Glads, I know I'm late to the party with this review, but it still doesn't lose its value, does it? Anyways, as you probably know, I play with the Head Gravity Pro Auxetic, and obviously considered to be the best racket of all rackets right now. Now, the Gravity Pro can be a bit overwhelming for some because of its noticeable weight and the 18/20 string pattern, and plus because of its overall control-oriented nature. So what happens then if you lower the weight and open up the string pattern? Well, I would assume you'd get a piece of shit and not a racket, but in reality you'd get a Gravity MP, and with its interesting 16/20 string pattern, a slightly, well, not slightly, quite a bit lower weight, and a mold targeting a bit more power, it in fact is a really good, versatile and balanced racket. Not for me whatsoever, but still. Starting with the forehands, this is probably the shot that shined the most for me with this racket. All of the defense shots and those where I didn't have time to do the full backswing were going over the net deep enough to not let my opponent attack. Coming from the Pro Gravity, this was a very refreshing feeling, as usually these types of shots with my racket would either not go over the net or bounce easy enough for my opponent to take advantage. Now, when it came to the more attacking shots, the Gravity MP was a pleasant surprise, because although the first few aggressive shots landed slightly short of the fence, once I understood the nature of the beast, I started to produce some really decent winners. If I had to compare it to something, I'd say it's like a speed MP with a slightly better stability. Though that stability was definitely not enough to satisfy me on the opposite side of the ground strokes. The backhands didn't feel as stable as with the Pro or with even the Tour versions of the racket, which of course is not meant to, but my guess is that this actually comes down to rather the weight of the racket than anything else. I'd add a noticeable amount of weight to this thing and test it out that way. I'm sure the lack of stability will fade away. In its stock form, the racket is alright for maintaining a cross-court rally and opening pretty good angles with confidence, but cross-course is where you should probably stay with this one, as the risky switches become even more risky with this particular frame without any weight added to it. First serves, as a result, are also affected by this lack of stability, but only the first serves, where you need that stability for the racket not to wobble in contact with the ball to be able to direct the shot precisely. On the second serve, the racket performs rather great, allowing the ball to generate a very generous amount of centrifugal force and often making my second serve more challenging to return than the first. The returns were fun too. It was either a home run or a winner return. Either one is a good result depending on which sport we're playing, right? But on a serious note, this thing can produce some really decent returns if you know how to use it and know how to play with more power-oriented rackets, which I don't. So, what's the verdict then, you might ask? Well, this is a really good racket. As good as it is, it's definitely not for me, or for anyone who values control and stability over spin and power. However, if you're tired of the super power-orientated rackets and we're dreaming about adding a bit more sanity to the overpowered frames that exist on the market right now, give this one a try. You might really like it. If you've played with the Speed MP, for example, but would like it to be a little bit more controlled and a little bit more stable, I mean, this is pretty much the racket to go for. Don't forget about the link in the description to buy this frame or anything else tennis related, and actually it might be on sale right now, so go check it out and save even more cash if you don't forget about our exclusive discount code that is also down in the description below. But now, on to the grades.